the Dallas Cowboys. Is the season over with for the Dallas Cowboys? After we sit up and watch the Arizona Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett come to town, launch the football of Marvin Harrison Jr. over and over again, and the Cowboys had no answer. Will the Cowboys be able to rebound with a record of 3-5-1, playing in the NFC East, where they currently sit second? Or is it really just over for the Cowboys and Jerry Jones halfway through the season? This is Allen with D9J Sports. Sit back, relax, and let's jump right into this thing. Well, we saw the Dallas Cowboys last night get hammered on. My initial reaction last night was the Cowboys were atrocious. But as I wake up this morning, I really want to discuss with you and see what you think about the Dallas Cowboys and is their season really over with. Well, the Dallas Cowboys sit 3-5-1. They sit in second place behind the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles, and after that it's the Washington Commanders, and at the bottom of the barrel it's the New York City Giants. Can the Cowboys run the table and win all the way out? No, ladies and gentlemen, no. Now, we know that playing in the NFC East, anything can happen. Doesn't matter what the team's record are. It's going to be difficult for either one of the teams, even the defending champs, to beat even the likes of the Commanders twice, especially in that division. But this is one of those cases, ladies and gentlemen, where the Dallas Cowboys have been truly exposed. If the Dallas Cowboy offense doesn't put up 30, 35 points, they're going to lose the game. And in some of those cases, even if they put up those points, they will end up in a measly tie. So you know right now that the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be really tough for them to put up 30 points against the Philadelphia Eagles. With the Dallas Cowboys record of 3-5-1, if they do not win the division, they're not going to get in the playoffs by way of their record with so many losses. Now, we know that the Cowboys aren't going to, there's no indication that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win out. So where does that leave the Cowboys? They're going to be hoping and praying that the Philadelphia Eagles, I guess, lose a bunch of games, lose in the division, players get hurt. Now the Dallas Cowboys have traded away a third-round pick to get, I think, a linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals. What damn good is that going to do? That's not going to do any good. That's not going to do any good. I personally think that the Dallas Cowboys season was over with before it even started with the trade of the great Micah Parsons. Now, sure, Micah Parsons couldn't do it all by itself, but it'd been a help. What person are you going to get that's going to be a better defensive player than the one that you had in Micah Parsons? There isn't a player in the National Football League. It doesn't matter what team it is. If they were to trade them to the Cowboys, that would make that big of a difference with the Dallas Cowboys and their defense. We know that the blame goes to Jerry Jones, but all of the blame can't go on Jerry Jones because some of the players for the Dallas Cowboys seem to not be able to stay focused. They can't stay focused. Fumbles, turnovers. George Pickens, what was that last night when you caught the pass and you want to hand the ball to the defender and then you get a 15-yard penalty? Focus, ladies and gentlemen. It's about focus. The coaching staff for the Dallas Cowboys have in 2 weeks in a row have made some shiesty, unbelievable calls going forward on fourth down instead of taking your points. So as a collection, as a whole, the Dallas Cowboys are a bad football team. On my show last night, I said that the Dallas Cowboys are the worst team in football, and I've got some people getting in the comments saying, well, no, it's the Cleveland Browns. Well, the difference in the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns don't have Dak Prescott. They don't have C.D. Lamb. They don't have George Pickens. They don't have those offensive weapons that the Dallas Cowboys do. Dak Prescott was on his way to possibly being in the race for MVP, but after that performance last night, and you can't blame it on Dak. Every time he dropped back, there would be pressure on him. He would be getting hit. It's just wasting away one of the best seasons in Dak Prescott's career. And I would not be surprised if Dak Prescott, if they continue to hit Dak Prescott like he is, we already know that regardless of how he plays, there are always injuries that come up on Dak Prescott. And they're really just that one injury away from really not winning but one or two more football games at best. So they've got a lot of holes that they're going to have to fill for the Dallas Cowboys. Now you see Jerry Jones made the comment and said that he was doing the thing with the natural gas thing, and he's trying to get that deal done. Jerry Jones also stated with Michael Irvin and Stephen A. Smith on the panel that the Dallas Cowboys, if there's no noise, he stirs it up. Well, what he does, he's just hoodwinking the people who are Dallas Cowboys supporters. He's just hoodwinking you, ladies and gentlemen. He's keeping the spotlight on the Dallas Cowboys when it's off. Not about true winning, about just nonsense, about hoopla. People caught up in temporary insanity over false information. That's what hoopla is. He's getting you caught up in the hoopla so you can continue to buy your ticket, so you continue to go out and work hard and bring your family to the ball game, and that's the product that Jerry Jones is putting on the field. So what he's stirring up is a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap for the fans of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this morning, a couple of media sports shows said that the reason they report out on the Dallas Cowboys is for their numbers. Well, I get that. But at some point, ladies and gentlemen, when are we going to stop reporting on the Dallas Cowboys? Before I get you to pump your brakes, you're probably thinking, well, you're reporting out on them. Well, you damn right. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of why is it that the Dallas Cowboys, they're a losing franchise. They've been a losing franchise for a long time. But it's constantly the Dallas Cowboys. Yet teams within their division, like the Philadelphia Eagles, continue to move on and win the Super Bowl. Not fair to the fans. It's definitely not fair to the public. That every time we turn around, it's Dallas Cowboys. But we're not losers in America, and that's what Dallas Cowboys are. They say they're America's team. They're not America's team. The Philadelphia Eagles are America's team because they continue to stick together. They continue to play. Every time you turn around, it's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't understand it. I just don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys are as sorry and as putrid as they are with the high caliber players that they got. You've changed coaches. You got rid of Mike McCarthy, but then now you look and you see that you're down the same road. Last night, why didn't the coach continue to hand the football to the running back? He had between 53 and 57 yards in the first quarter alone. I was watching the game thinking, well, the Dallas Cowboys, Dak probably won't have to throw it about 25 times because the running game, because the Arizona Cardinals couldn't stop him. They could not stop him. But no, the Dallas Cowboys go away from that and start putting the football in the air. And there was no point during the game in the first half where the Dallas Cowboys really needed to be putting the football up that many times. You should have been running the football to slow that defense down, to slow them down. Situational football, 3rd down and 4. CeeDee Lamb making all those millions of dollars, goes up the field looking for a 20-yard pass. Dak Prescott has the ball cocked back to throw it on at least 4-yard pass to get the first down. But CeeDee Lamb waits, and then the ball flutters in the air, and the defender knocked it down. Those are some of the mistakes that the Dallas Cowboys are making that are not playing situational football on any level. If it wasn't for the block punt for a touchdown, the score really would have been embarrassing. And really, even with that being said, the score was not indicative how easily the Arizona Cardinals beat the Cowboys last night. So in my book, the season is definitely over for the Dallas Cowboys. It's over. Time after time after time. Wait till next season. And the crazy part is you can't fire Jerry Jones. He's a general manager. He owns the team. So where do you go if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan? Where do you go at? Well, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know. I don't know where the Cowboys go at, but it don't look good in Irving, Texas for the Dallas Cowboys in AT&T Stadium. On my way out, I'm going to tell you, it's that time of the season where you know what the most exciting thing that happens in AT&T Stadium. It isn't the Cowboys. We're only about 5 or 6 weeks away from the Texas High School Football State Championships. That's the most exciting thing going on in Cowboys Stadium. Surely isn't the Dallas Cowboys. This is Allen with D9J Sports. I'm definitely OUT.